Welcome to second semester, everybody. This semester, we will be focusing on photography, and also we are going to be contributing to the school's yearbook, which, depending on when we come back, if we come back to Stauffer, could be done completely online with the help of you and your amazing photography skills. So let's talk about what we're going to learn about in photography this semester. By the way, if you didn't already know, my name is Mrs. Pyle, and I will be your teacher this semester. So first of all, welcome to photography. In photography, we will focus on seeing the world through the eye of a photographer. We will also, as I mentioned, be contributing to the school's yearbook. If you have access to a camera, great. If you do not have access to a camera, you can use either your cell phone or the iPad that was provided for you by the school. Now, when it comes to the yearbook, Mr. Del Rio and I are going to be working on the yearbook together, and he mentioned that iPad photos are not going to be as good of a quality as cell phones. So if you have access to a cell phone, please use your cell phone to take pictures versus the school iPad. If you don't have access to a phone, then yes, then of course you would use the school iPad. So what are we going to do in photography? Let's talk about your assignments. Let me move myself down a little. First of all, we are going to have some photography projects. 2 weeks out of each month, you will complete 2 photography projects. There will be 4 main projects and then a series of final projects at the end of the semester. And we're going to talk about what each one of those projects are in just a moment. The other 2 weeks of the month, you will complete 2 yearbook projects for the yearbook. In the end, you will complete 6 projects for the yearbook. Pictures for the yearbook will be chosen based on quality. So if I could tell you one thing to really focus on this semester, it would be making sure your pictures are in focus, okay, not blurry. I'm not going to be able to teach you guys as much about photography as I would have if we were in the classroom using our cameras. So what we're going to focus on is fine-tuning our creative eye and hopefully creating a cool yearbook. Each week that you work on yearbook projects, you will also respond to a discussion board topic, and your answers may end up in the yearbook. And lastly, you will have weekly quick picks. Each week, you will be assigned a quick pick. They will be a simple subject such as a cloud or a tree. It's just to keep practicing your new photography skills. So let's talk about what photography projects you are going to complete this semester. And I failed to mention these 3 pictures seen here are pictures that were taken by Stauffer Middle School students, and you guys can take just as good of pictures. Move myself again. The first set of assignments is just going to be kind of introducing ourselves to photography. So today, day 1, you're going to be turning in your first picture. Assignment number 1 is going to be called My Favorite Photo, and it's time to dive right in. You're going to go into your phone or your iPad and upload your favorite photo that you have taken on your camera roll right now, and you're going to turn it in on Canvas. So a couple of rules: it does need to be a picture you took, not a screenshot or somebody else, not a picture of you, unless of course it was a selfie and you took it yourself. So as of this moment, day 1 of photography, I want to see your favorite photo that you have taken. Here's a picture of my daughter standing in front of our Christmas tree, and that's probably the most recent picture I took. I have a lot of favorite photos. Assignment number 2, we're going to talk a little bit deeper about cell phone photography. Since we need to be prepared to explore photography from home, we need to become experts at taking pictures on our phones and iPads. So we will spend some time researching, since we probably don't all have the same phone. You might have an iPhone, you might have an Android, you might have a Galaxy. So we're going to have each of you research your specific phone to discover how we can become better photographers on that type of phone. Assignment number 3 is going to be a photo says 100 words. You're going to choose one of your photos that's in your camera roll, or you could take a new photo, and you're going to write 100 words about it. It can be a picture you've already taken, or you can take a new picture either on your phone or camera. You're going to insert the picture in an attached Google Doc and write 100 words below it. So for example, this picture that you see here, this was the last picture that I took before we all went home for distance learning. So I found it to be beautiful because the sunflower somehow was pretty much growing out of the concrete. And it was really beautiful to me because out of something so harsh, such as the hard ground, such as the concrete, something beautiful can grow out of it. So fingers crossed on that. Now, once we have our introductory assignments done, again, we'll talk about yearbook assignments in a moment. We will then have some photography projects. So your first photography project is going to fall around Valentine's Day. So you are going to take a photo that represents Valentine's Day. It can view the holiday in a happy way or a sad way. So if you don't feel super positive about Valentine's Day, figure out a way to take a picture to show Valentine's Day in the way that you see it. It doesn't have to be love. It doesn't have to be romance. It could be heartbreak, sadness. We are going to use a free photo editing program at pixlr.com to add a filter to the photo for an added effect. So you can see these circle lights that have been filtered on top of this photo that was taken by a Stauffer student. And again, this will be turned in through Canvas. Our second photography project is going to be a color collage. Now, ideally, you would blindly pick a crayon from a box of crayons, and that would be your color. However, if you're doing this at home, I'm not going to know if you're really picking a crayon from a box. So pick a color, basically. And you are going to take, I believe it's 10 pictures that focus on that color. Shades of the color are okay. So what color did this student focus on? Red. So we see a red fire alarm, a red scrunchie, red Connect 4, a red marker. Now, some other colors are going to be in there, and that is okay. However, the main focus, when I look at your collage, I should be able to guess right away what color you had, such as here, we know instantly the color was red. You are going to complete this assignment on Google Drawings, and it will be turned in on Canvas. The third photography project, this one's probably going to be a little challenging, is an alphabet scavenger hunt. So you're going to find the letters A through Z and create an alphabet. So here you can see someone used glasses to create the letter B, this hole puncher for the letter C, a toilet paper roll for the letter O. And I'm not expecting that you're going to be able to find all 26 letters because you guys probably will be doing this from home. But don't worry, we'll grade it accordingly. And your last photography project before we get to the finals is we will talk about commercial photography. You will learn about 3 types of commercial photography, and you will take one photograph demonstrating each of the types. Studio, which is that white background, close-up, which is the keyboard, and lifestyle, which shows how your product is used. And don't worry, we'll talk more about this later. Now, the last month or so of the semester, you'll be working on final projects. Splash photography, micro photography, macro photography, micro photography, oil and water, bubble photography, and motion blur. If we're back on campus, great. If not, we will figure out a way to do this from home, but we will focus on all of these photography types. Now, yearbook projects. Each week is going to be a different color. So I have 6 photography classes. Each class, each week will have a different color so that we're getting lots of different pictures turned in. I don't want to spend too much time going through each menu, so if you want, you can rewatch this later and pause to read, but each week that you have a menu, you will have a choice. So there will at least be 2. A couple times I think there's 3 options. You will have to choose one of the options and take a picture. So for example, in the red menu, choice 1, take a picture of your workspace. So basically, where are you doing distance learning? What does that look like? Choice 2, take a picture from one part of your daily routine, brushing teeth, breakfast, lunch, doing homework. And on Wednesday of these weeks, you will also have a discussion board question. This one in particular is, what have your parents been like as teachers? We have an orange menu, yellow, green, blue, and lastly, purple. Weekly quick picks. It should be a picture that you take quickly. They could be a circle, the sky, clouds, a shadow, water, eyes, and so on. These are just going to be a quick picture that you take, practicing your photography skills. I would say, biggest thing, make sure the picture is in focus and not blurry. We're going to have some semester-long projects. For example, one goal by the end of the semester is that you are going to have a website that showcases all of your work. This will be a Google site and would be a portfolio of your work. Another goal by the end of the semester is that you're going to make a video on WeVideo or iMovie that features 10 of your favorite photos from the semester. Another goal by the end of the semester is, I need to update this slide. Basically, this yearbook one is throughout the semester, you will be working on 6 yearbook projects that you will then, hopefully, fingers crossed, see lots of your work in the yearbook. When do we work on these projects? Students work at different paces. So if you finish an assignment early, you will work on your semester-long projects, and these will be due when? At the end of the semester. Now, I can't take any questions really from a video, but if you have any questions based on this presentation, please don't hesitate to reach out, and I look forward to seeing your photos. Bye.